We are doing this to my favorite Muppet song, so just bear with me. All right, so again, we have this thing. We have an airplane engine, bicycle frames, titanium. We're getting some titanium out, blah, 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 blah. In the first step, TiO2 is converted to titanium tetrachloride, and the reaction is this. So, again, look for our question. What is the yield of TiCl4? So, in other words, how much of this, upon reacting, 4.15 grams of that. So, we have 4.15 grams of that. We have 5.67 grams of carbon. 6.7, oops, sorry. Darn it. Let me use a different color. Let's do that one. 6.78 grams of chlorine. 6.78 grams. Again, you know, I always draw my island. Okay, we got to get on the island for every one of these things. And then we get off the island here. So, we have this time 3 separate problems. We're just going to treat it as 3 separate problems. Say we just had this much titanium. Say we just had this much carbon. Say we just had this much chlorine. Sorry, that was titanium oxide. Okay. How much TiCl4 will we make from each of those independently? That's where we're going to start. 3 sig figs. 3 sig figs. 3 sig figs. 3 sig figs. So all are 3, so our answer is going to be 3, so we're done thinking about sig figs. We're not even going to worry about it. So, 4.15 grams TiO2. Okay, now we got to get on the island, okay? 79.9 grams TiO2. 1 mole of TiO2. Okay. Now, and sorry, darn it. Now, for every 3 moles of TiO2, we have 3 moles of TiCl4. Now, for every 1 mole of TiCl4, there is 189.7 grams. Okay. Okay. That was from one thing. That was from TiO2. We did our reaction. But now let's do it with the next one. We have 5.67 grams of carbon. Okay, carbon is just 12.01 grams of carbon, 1 mole of carbon, right? And so for carbon, looking up there, we have 4 moles of carbon, and then we have 3 moles. Hopefully you see what's the same, right? 1 mole of TiCl4, 189.7 grams of TiCl4. Okay, so that equals 67.16 grams of TiCl4. Okay, last one. We have 6.78 grams of Cl2. Okay, Cl2 is 70.9 grams per mole. Then by our stoichiometry up above, there's 6 moles of Cl2 for every 3 moles of TiCl4. For every 1 mole of TiCl4, there's 189.7 grams of TiCl4. equals 9.07 grams of TiCl4. Again, three numbers, 9.85, 67.16, 9.07. Once you make 9.07 grams, you run out of chlorine. You are done. Chlorine is gone. So you cannot make any more. You're finished. So that's our answer. 3 sig figs. Okay, once again, this is our limiting reagent. In this case, both of the other ones are excess. We're not going to worry about that this time. So that's what we make, 9.07 grams. Okay, doesn't matter how many things we start with. Okay, but you do have to calculate all three of them, unfortunately. There's no shortcuts to this. If you can see in your mind, so part of this is if you notice this blue stuff up here, this red stuff here, this green stuff here, right? The black stuff's all the same. So that's what's different. Okay? So if you can see a pattern there, you could potentially figure it out early, but really you just write it all down and do the calculation. Okay. I don't want to worry you guys about that. Just do the calculation, figure it out, 9.07 grams. Smallest number, that's the answer. That's it. I don't know. Talk to you soon.